is Shahid Kapoor. So big round of applause for that. फिर उन्होंने सोचा कि यार अब फिल्म बनानी है, सो उन्होंने बोला कि जितना फिल्म में ड्रामा होता है उससे ज्यादा ड्रामा होता है फिल्म बनाने के लिए कि कैसे हम जाएंगे, बिकॉज इट वाज अ तेलुगु फिल्म. सो ही वेंट एंड गॉट someone called Aman Gill to mount the entire film. He said Aman is my go-to guy. He called the director Gowtam. He said we are making this film. Gowtam was like, yes, I want to make this film in Hindi. Then they contacted Vamsi, who also gave the rights, and then Dil Raju sir, 5 minutes and 2 months. 2 months is all it took for the film to be greenlit, to be made in Hindi. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the story. Without any further ado, let's call the heart of the film, Shahid Kapoor. And the lady who is the toast of Hindi movies right now, Mrunal Thakur. Put your hands together for Mrunal. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Mrunal and Shahid Kapoor. अब मैं बुलाना चाहूंगा उनको जिन्होंने ये पूरी कहानी मुझे बताई. A stalwart, over 75 films that he has produced in the 4 languages down south: Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam. And ये जो 100 crores के बारे में हम सुनते हैं, which has now become a norm, he's the first one to start it. 2008, I still remember, it was December again, जब गजनी आई थी, and वो पहली फिल्म थी जो 100 crores वाला आंकड़ा जो है वो पार कर चुकी थी. He was the gentleman who did it. And उसके बाद उन्होंने बोला कि नहीं, हमें को हिंदी नहीं करनी है, I will go back. And this is the second Hindi film that he's producing. Please put your hands together for the gentleman, Allu Arvind. Sir. And you'll see that it's a team effort. एक फिल्म बनाना आसान नहीं होता. Now, the gentleman who is the most important, because Telugu की जो कहानी है वो इनको पता थी, इसका essence पता था, and Arvind sir said that हिंदी में भी यही बनाएंगे. Can we please call on the director, the captain of the ship, Gowtam Tinnanuri. Now our producers. First up, the gentleman who had the vision that the moment the film released in Telugu, he gave it to Arvind sir and said that, sir, we need to make this film bigger. Yes, Naga Vamsi. Big round of applause for our producers. Someone who's been associated with Arvind sir for so long, and Arvind sir said that if this film has to be made with him. Please put your hands together for Mr. Dil Raju. And last but not the least, Arvind sir ने जब गजनी बनाई थी, उस टाइम से अब तक Arvind sir ने खुद ये बोला है that if there is one man for me in Bombay, it's this man, his man Friday. Please put your hands together for Aman Gill. Right, okay, so good to see you all here back in the theatres. I'll start with Arvind sir. First question to Arvind sir, of course. एक एक करके उसके बाद सब आपके पास करेंगे. Sir, here you go. Yes sir. Sir, first question. All the things that I said, were they all on point? Are they all correct?
थोड़ा पीछे आ जाना थोड़ा. Thank you.
Arvind sir, did I miss something?
There are certain corrections because it is on record, because I have made 60 plus films.
60 plus.
70.
Okay. Our next question to Shahid. Shahid, we have waited from June of 2019. You did Kabir Singh. It was such a massive success. Were you itching for your theatre, for your movies to come back to the theatre? When you knew that Jersey was ready and complete, were you just waiting, Cub, when is that moment going to arrive?
Yeah, I don't think anybody. First of all, good evening. Is it evening now?
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
evening. All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. It's amazing to be back in a theater again. It's amazing to be interacting with you guys almost after 2 years. I've actually not really been in Mumbai. I have been staying with my family in Punjab through a lot of this, and we were shooting in different places in Punjab. So I haven't really been in Mumbai. I feel like I've forgotten what it is like to be an actor because I've been, more with family and spending time taking care of the kids and things like that. But it's amazing to be back in a theater. It's amazing to do this again, where we all can come together and celebrate cinema in the place that it should be celebrated in, which is the big screen. I don't think we'll ever lose the love for that or the charm for that. It just has a different feeling. Content is traveling in many different ways right now, and I'm so happy that I worked with the team that I worked with on Jersey. I feel like this was the most amazing, most collaborative, most understanding and together team that I worked with in a long time, because it was very difficult. When COVID happened, it was pretty much 50% of this film. And my man here, Aman, Gill, who was with me every day on set, he decided to stop shooting because it was not safe. Because there was a kid and there was my dad and there was a lot of people, and so we didn't want to risk it. There were no vaccines at that time. And then it took us a long time to get back to completing the rest of the film. So it's been a long journey for us, and we're finally here. And every time we spoke to each other, we said, we're not going to release this film unless the theaters are open. And we actually waited for 2 years to release the film. So I want to thank Allu sir, I want to thank Dil Raju sir for having the heart and being the producers that they are. And I must say that they are actually lovers of cinema in the true sense. They have the same feeling, and they wanted to share this story, this experience with everybody, the way we had conceived it. And so I'm so happy that this film's coming out on the big screen the way it was always supposed to, because I don't see any other way that I would have liked to share this story. So I feel very blessed today to be here. I think God has been very kind that we have a release date and we're releasing and we're in theaters. And I think one of the teams that was cheering the most for Suryavanshi was also asking, यार ये picture चल जाए,
लोग वापस आ जाएं,
रेल गाड़ी start हो जाए, फिर हम सब अपनी picture release कर सकते हैं. So it's great to see that films are back in theaters, and congratulations to Suryavanshi for having the guts to go out there and be the first film in line. It's not easy to do that, and it's not easy for any of us right now, because having shops shut for 2 years and not knowing what's going to happen is a very scary feeling. And this film is all about the victory of the human spirit. So I think it has great context for the times today. I think it's more relevant today than even when it was when we started shooting it. So yeah, so let's see what everybody thinks. Yeah.
All right, and you spoke about how you were waiting for your movies to release. The lady standing on your left had a few releases.
ये इतना काम करती है.
Exactly, मैं यही बोलने वाला था. मृणाल was
हम
there.
लोग ऐसे सोचते रहते थे कि काम नहीं हो रहा है, पिक्चरें बंद पड़ी हैं, सब लोग घर बैठे होंगे. मैं जब भी मृणाल को मैसेज करूँ, I'm in Kashmir shooting. Now I'm in Bombay Bank. I'm shooting in Bombay. I'm just sitting with Rakesh sir shooting with her. So one of the most busy actresses in the fraternity right now, ladies and gentlemen, Mrunal Thakur.
अब क्या सवाल पूछूंगा आपको, रिएक्ट करना है इस पे जो शाहिद ने बोला है. You have a film now coming in theaters after a while, but you had quite a few releases in the pandemic as well.
Thank you, Shahid.
Kriti aave.
Well, these films that I'm a part of, it was shot and I was supposed to be it was supposed to release way earlier, but it's just coming now. So I'm happy that the films are releasing. And Jersey is very, very special to my heart. मला विचारायचं कसा वाटला ट्रेलर?
खूप छान.
तिकडनं नाही ऐकू आलं. बस, this is what I want.
Hit hai.
I really wanted I wanted the film to come out in the theaters where you guys can go with your family and your friends and enjoy the film, because it's filled with emotions, and I think it's a very special film to me and Shahid and all of us, and the team, they've worked really hard, and I'm blessed to be a part of this team. I can't wait for you all to watch the movie.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I am hurt. You have hit my hero on a slap. What is this?
More than you, I was hurt myself. I was like, how can I slap Shahid Kapoor? First of all, no. It took me
The guy who got slapped doesn't get to feel bad. Only everybody else seems to be feeling bad. I'm the guy who got slapped. Seriously.
But was so difficult. I mean, guys, come on, how?
I got whacked by the ball also in this film. A lot of shit
Yeah,
happened.
and
A lot
he
of
had
stuff
like
happened to me in this
stitches
film.
and what.
Yeah, you guys better like it.
Shahid, there's a very interesting observation, by the way, which the director of the film had. थोड़ा वक्त उनके साथ भी बताया. उन्होंने एक बहुत अमेजिंग सी बात बोली. उन्होंने बोला कि हमने इस फिल्म के बारे में बात की थी शाहिद और मैंने, and we were just talking about the script and everything. This is before Kabir Singh happened. He was pleasantly surprised that after the massive success of Kabir Singh, Gowtam here thought that यार जब इतनी बड़ी success हो जाती है एक फिल्म तो चीजें बदल जाती हैं. You know, your thought process changes. बहुत सारे decision making में बदलाव आ जाता है. He said that he was pleasantly surprised that even after Kabir Singh, you went to him and said that हम ये film बनाएंगे. That's what he thought. He thought that maybe you might not do the film, but he was pleasantly surprised that I और आपने कहा कि मैं Jersey करूँगा.
Yeah, I tried very hard not to do it actually, because you know, after Kabir Singh released, I went like a beggar to everybody. You know, I was like, यार मेरी पिक्चर इतनी कभी नहीं चली है, ऐसी पिक्चर फिर से कैसे बनाऊँ मुझे नहीं पता. So I went to literally everybody in the fraternity who had